Okay, can you tell our viewers your names?
My names are Joy Esther Mwamba.
And how old are you?
I am 6 years old.
Oh, wow. Now I want you to tell the viewers the difference between assets and liabilities. What are assets first?
Assets are for bringing money in your pocket. Assets are things that bring money in your pocket.
And what are liabilities?
Liabilities, they take away money from your pocket.
Okay. What about my car? Is my car a liability or an asset? My car is a liability. Why is my car a liability?
You spend money and fuel and maintenance.
Okay. What about this house? Is this house a liability or an asset? Why is it a liability?
Because you buy power, then you put in the house.
Okay then. All right. Okay, Joy, thank you. Thank you so much. Now I can take over from you. Thank you so much. Give me a high five.
Peace out.
Oh, I'm sure you heard what my daughter was saying. The difference between assets and liabilities. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Basically, in this video, I wanted to just give a book summary or guidance on those that have never read the book Poor Dad, Rich Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. So this is the beginner's book by Robert Kiyosaki. Why do I love this book? If you are in business or you consider starting business and you've never read Poor Dad, Rich Dad, you might be missing out a lot of things. It is a must-read book for every entrepreneur. If you are in business and you've never read Poor Dad, Rich Dad, you are really missing out. Why do I emphasize on reading Poor Dad, Rich Dad? It's because Poor Dad, Rich Dad gives the foundation of know-how of any business. It is so good. My daughter Joy Esther, like she said, she knew about assets and liabilities at the age of 3. Now she is 6. I remember when she was 3 years old, before she goes to bed, I would read something. I would get the book and read something in her. So she has known the difference between assets and liabilities from age 3. So I remember when she was very young, she would still remember those things. So that is why, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to just give you a guidance about Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, what makes really a difference? The book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, actually, it talks about Robert Kiyosaki. He had 2 dads. Basically, he had his own father was what he called Poor Dad. And then he had a daddy's friend. He had his best friend. His friend's dad is the one he called Rich Dad. So his father would teach him one part of life, because he was a very educated man in the state of Hawaii and so forth. So he would teach him, go to school, get a good job, get good grades. That was what Poor Dad was teaching him. Rich Dad, on the other hand, when he goes to his friend's dad, whom he called Rich Dad, his Rich Dad would tell him, salary, or if you go to school, get a good job, you will not be rich. But for you to be rich, you need to start buying assets. And that is the issue which talks about, that's what that book is all about. For example, you get a good job, your job, even if you get more promotion, you keep on getting more tax and more tax. So Rich Dad was teaching how to be smart and how people differentiate between assets and liabilities. For example, many people, even today, even when I finished school, I didn't know, including my teachers, they couldn't differentiate between assets and liabilities. You have a car, like my daughter has given an example, and a brilliant example. I asked her randomly if my car is an asset or liability, and she's able to say your car is a liability. Why? Because I spend money on fuel and on maintenance. So that's not an asset. But some people don't know that even a car is a liability. The house you are not paying rentals is also, the house you are living in cannot be an asset. It is a liability because it costs you. It doesn't generate income for you. You spend money on electricity, on water bills, on maintaining it, painting, or whatever. So that is what the book is all about. Literally, it opens you up to have an idea about finances. This book is a must read for every entrepreneur. You really need to read it. It will open up your mind. You will not be behind you. So basically, this book is about Robert Kiyosaki had two fathers, a poor father and a rich father. So that is why the title of the book is called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So one was teaching him lessons about going to school. The other dad was teaching him how to be business. And today Robert Kiyosaki is a wealthy man. He never believes in a job. Another lesson, ladies and gentlemen, from a quick review about Poor Dad, Rich Dad. There's another lesson which Robert was talking about. It is about paying yourself first. Robert Kiyosaki mentions that when money starts coming, when you do your business, you make your money. He says, pay yourself first. Many people opposed, because especially one time I heard it from a pastor preaching from the altar. He's preaching and then he was like against. I wondered, and I knew that this pastor doesn't really even know what Robert was talking about when he said pay yourself first. When he meant to say pay yourself first is that anytime you make money, calculate your profit. You get your money first to secure your business to keep going. Not that he was against giving in things like tithe and offerings, or you want to give to charity or wherever you give. No, he was not even against giving. What he means to say pay yourself first is that anytime you get money, you must be the first one. Protect your business first. Let your business be secured. Business money, keep it first before you think what you have calculated to be your future investment. Keep it first before you start giving out. That is what it means. Then you can get your profit and do whatever you want to do with your money. So well guys, that is all I had for you about the book review. I don't know which book I'm going to review next. I hope you stick around, and next time we'll talk about another book. Otherwise, I'm so grateful that you listened to me and you also listened to my daughter. Thank you for watching. Peace out. I'll see you tomorrow.